Hello, curious people. Have you seen that new hot movie called 365 Days? It's one of the most watched movies on Netflix right now. And yes, we know it's an adult film with a lot of those kind of moments, but you can really be honest about it and just share your opinion with us. Actually, because of its popularity, we are here to tell you something more about the cast and the production itself, why people are watching it, and while critics are thinking it's one of the worst movies that were ever made. Can you see any similarity between 365 Days and 50 Shades of Grey? Do the actors feel uncomfortable playing Massimo and Laura, or did they have a romance on the set? We will tell you some hot news about 365 Days here, so stay with us till the very end. But before, don't forget to subscribe and enable the notifications so you won't miss any of our interesting videos. When 50 Shades of Grey, the book, was published and then filmed, people went crazy about when Christian Grey and then Jamie Dornan, who played this character. And suddenly, it became obvious that the ladies who fell in love with the Twilight Saga grew up and needed something that would stimulate their senses and intrigue them. And 50 Shades of Grey quickly grew into a phenomenon, and the trilogy of E.L. James has become one of the fastest-selling book series in history, with 100 million copies translated into 51 languages, while the first trailer released on YouTube broke viewership records. 3 words from the title turned into a new symbol of sexuality. And now, 2 years after the last movie of Grey was released, we got a new romance with a lot of nudity and intimacy, a story about desire titled 365 Days. It was written by a Polish 35-year-old author, Blanka Lipinska, who used to work as a makeup artist and later as a club manager. She published her debut novel in 2018, which immediately became a bestseller, making Blanka not only a rich person, but also a celebrity in Poland. And after 2 further books called That Day and Next 365 Days, she took second place in the ranking of highest paid writers in her country. Lipinska quickly felt the appetite for more and immediately announced the film adaptations of her adult novels. The main cast was kept a secret for a long time, what of course only aroused interest in production. And finally, 3 months before the premiere, it was announced that the movie would star Anna Maria Szyklucka as Laura and Michele Morrone as a mysterious Massimo. Do you know the actor also recorded a promotional song to the movie? Could you hear an inspiration of The Weeknd's Earned It? And we'll talk about it later, but first, let's tell you who this actor is. Michele Morrone was born on October 3rd of 1990 in Lombardy, a region in Italy. As Michele confessed, he comes from a poor district, and although he wanted to become an actor since childhood, his parents did not have the opportunity to invest in his proper education. So at the age of 12, he lost his father. His mother, and even more, couldn't afford to send her son to acting classes, which in Italy are quite expensive. And the death of a father with whom the boy was very close to in some sense ended his childhood and made him grow up very fast. So how did Morrone become an actor? Well, at the age of 18, he moved out of his family home. He started working as a waiter, and he recalled with a smile that he wasn't doing well and was fired. And then he found a job in a construction company, but he still dreamed about acting. Having no opportunities to undertake professional education, he decided to go and explore knowledge in a different way. He freely confessed that his entire acting workshop is the result of watching for hours and hours movies with the greatest stars of cinema. When he was 21, he managed to win a casting for the popular series Come un Delfino, about Italian swimmers. And although it was a small role, it opened him some other doors. And step by step, he climbed higher and began to gain popularity in his homeland. He starred in well-received series Sirena and Medici. He also took part in the Italian counterpart of Dancing with the Stars, where with his dance partner, he reached the finals, taking second place on the podium. And now we have a real tidbit for you. The rumors have it that the actor is also a model, but this is a piece of incorrect information, as the 29-year-old admitted he was never a model, and although he was repeatedly offered a job in the industry, he rejected the offers. He says that his world is acting, and what's more, Michele believes that a man should always have something to say. That is why he cannot imagine himself working by only wearing clothes and posing. Well, what do you think? Do you agree with that? More or less during the final of the show, Tomasz Mendes, the producer of the Polish movie 365 Days, reached Morrone, and the actor quickly became convinced of the adaptation potential of the book and decided to take part in it. And when asked if bold, intimate scenes are a problem for him, he answered that not at all, As he explained, in Italy actors are prepared for such scenes because in their native cinema, there's a lot of them, and according to his words, they are becoming the norm in movies. And so he starred as Massimo, a mysterious Italian gangster who kidnaps a Polish beauty girl and gives her 365 days to fall in love with him. Well, as we mentioned before, Michele Morrone released also a song to the movie, Feel It, which was the first single from the debut album Dark Room from February 2020. It includes mostly seductive and sensual songs about love, as he couldn't forget his movie character Massimo. But as far as we know, music has been Michele's passion for many years, and on his Instagram, you can find a lot of recordings in which the actor sings and plays guitar. Have you heard any of his performances? Do you like his CD or songs from 365 Days? What do you think? Will the role of Massimo change his life just how it did playing Christian affect Dornan's career? We told you about his career, but what about his personal life? Morrone was married to the Lebanese fashion designer Ruba Saidi for several years, but in 2018, the couple broke up. However, they had two sons, about whom Michele speaks with great affection. His firstborn, Marcus, was born in September of 2014, and the second, Brado, also in September, only 3 years later. Despite the divorce, Michele remains on good terms with his ex-wife, and as he explained, they share a unique relationship. The woman did not even remove their common photos from her social media, and as Morrone assured in an interview, for both of them, the most important thing is to not argue but raise their children together and wisely. Although Michele tries to be the best father, he doesn't see his sons very often because they live with their mother in Beirut. However, as he said, at any free moment he flies to Lebanon to be present with the boys, and he also assured that he will always support them. Now that we've gotten to know Massimo better, we have to say a few more words about the actress who plays the main female role, Laura. After starring in 50 Shades of Grey, Dakota Johnson appeared several times without clothes on screen. So will it be the same for Anna Maria Lutzke? Does the Polish actress regret her participation in the commented production? So, Anna was born on May 31st in 1992. She graduated in acting studies, although she admitted that if she would not succeed in this field, she would have learned to practice law, following in her father's footsteps. So the 27-year-old, before the role of Laura, worked as a theater actress and played several episodes in the TV series. But now it will definitely change. Because the premiere of this Polish answer, or let's say this version of 50 Shades of Grey, is a great debut of the actress, and both in the main role and in general on the film set. And this is a very brave beginning because it requires a lot of nudity from her. Do you think this performance will be the key to Anna's great film career, like it was for Dakota Johnson, the role of Anastasia Steele, and the heroine who melted Christian Grey's heart? Because even though Dakota had a quite extensive filmography before her role in the adult series, she developed her career for good only after her performance in A Big Love Story. The question also whether Anna, as an actress calls herself, was not afraid to debut in a film with so many intimate scenes. The actress confessed that she hesitated for a long time and was very surprised when she was invited for the casting. Even at first, she refused because she was afraid of nudity. So what finally convinced her? And as she said, long conversations with the film's producers with which the film was to be realized in. And in addition, the challenge was not only showing herself naked, but most of all, playing the character in a foreign language because most of the dialogues were recorded in English. Anna also added that spicy scenes appeared in subsequent stages of the production, because for the producers it was important that the so-called chemistry between the actors was there. And although Lutzke is an educated actress, interviews mainly or only ask her about the body and the intimate scenes, which makes her look like she has nothing more to say. Interestingly enough, just like her colleague from the set, the actress also exhibits vocal skills, although she has not yet associated them with serious activities. She confessed that she loves to sing, and as a child she wanted to start education at a music school, but her parents opposed it. And due to the fact that Michele Morrone recorded a song for the film 365 Days, Lutzke joked that perhaps in the second part of the movie she will sing with the actor in a duet. And more than that, the actors became friends. And as Anna revealed, the actor came very professionally to the scenes that they played together and made her feel very safe on the set. For 10 years, she danced in amateur ballet, and she draws and even writes. And in her free time, she loves to watch psychological movies, and her number one among the actors is Anthony Hopkins, whose artistry she admires deeply. Lutzke emphasized that he's the only idol that she has in the industry. Of course, as was the case with the pair of actors from the movie 50 Shades of Grey, after the premiere of 365 Days, there were also rumors that the role players have had an affair. Even the information that Anna's heart is supposedly taken, and that for a long time she's in a constant relationship with an older theater director, did not change that. There will probably be even more such rumors because the next 2 parts of the novel are waiting to be filmed. Will the upcoming movies be a success? For now, critics and viewers from all over the world where 365 Days had the premiere on Netflix have quite the contradictory opinions. For some, it's more interesting and sensual than 50 Shades of Grey, or that they cannot take their eyes off of Massimo, and others emphasize the wooden acting and artificial dialogues. Reviewers also pay attention to the absurd story and remind the viewers that it should be treated as a fantasy and not a way to pick up a woman. And so, what do you think about the movie? Do you like Massimo and the way his romance with Laura shows? And do you think that the movie is better than 50 Shades of Grey, or just plain worse? Be sure to let me know in the comments, and also don't forget to like this video and recommend it to your friends. And remember to subscribe because we publish interesting videos for you every single day. See you guys soon!